Now I can be heard. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are back. It is the lounge with your boys JR and Nakattack. There's Mr. Nakattack right next to me. We're live. Man, oh man, we took a little bit of winter break of January, but we are live on the final day of January 31st, 2025. Life has been crazy for both of us. We've been sleeping, we've been working, we've been going through a lot of emotions of life in the recent days. But we are live to talk about Bullet Train, which is starring Brad Pitt. Also, what we've been up to a little bit, what Nakattack has maybe delved into a little bit more since it is now live on Netflix, and so much more today. We'll be talking about it. So, Nakattack, how you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the show. I know it's been a little bit, but how's everything been?
Busy, just like everything else. I don't know, just rolling with the punches.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I mean, honestly, we've been up to a lot. Wife is getting better. She'll be home probably in the next week or two, and then we'll go from there with what's going on with that. Um, for anyone who's been following the Instagram or the Twitter or any of the other stuff, know that I attended the AVNs last week, which was fantastic, which was a interesting little joyride. Nakattack saw some of those pictures, and the review is up on YouTube where you guys can see more photos. And I'll be posting photos randomly throughout the next week or two of some of the people that I met. Uh, Also, before we go any further, I want to dedicate this show even. No, not really. I don't really want to dedicate it to him because it's kind of a weird movie to dedicate this review for because of what happened. But my thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Ryan White Maloney who passed away this week. Unfortunately, for anyone who knew him or knew his music or ever listened to him or whatever, um, you know crazy that he's gone and all that. But thoughts and prayers to his family. Also, thoughts and prayers to our girl Alley Catch, who was injured at Hammerstein about 2 weeks ago. She broke her leg in two places. She'll be back in no time, hopefully, but won't be here for WrestleMania weekend, unfortunately, due to the injury. But yeah, life has been crazy. WrestleMania is coming up here in April in Vegas. Hopefully we can go, but that's most likely not going to happen. So that leads me to where we're going with this. Nakattack, you've been watching Raw recently on Netflix. Since it's back on Netflix, what are your thoughts on that?
It's been like a while since I've been able to watch WWE, and I've noticed like a couple things have changed, at least with the flow of matches. For instance, a finishing move no longer guarantees a win. Um, I guess that was like the big thing I noticed. Like every match, like a finishing move is performed and it doesn't equal an automatic win like it used to. So I don't know if it was always so storyline heavy, but I remember that the first episode of Netflix there was like one match an hour, and that was very frustrating. So like I don't watch it. Like after that, I'm not watching this live because I don't want to sit here and watch 20 minutes of The Rock walking down to the ring and then staring at everybody, and then go to a commercial break and then have him talk for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but once the matches are on, they're great. I mean, it's solid wrestling.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's been storyline heavy. I know we are leading up to tomorrow's Royal Rumble, which is live on Peacock. And you guys can watch that on the Peacock if you guys have that. I will be watching it. I know Nakattack probably won't be, but Nakattack, from what you saw in these past episodes, who do you think is going to win the Rumble in your thoughts?
I don't know. I haven't been able to see all of the episodes. I missed all of this week's. I
Okay.
only caught like the first two matches of last week's. So I only like sort of half know what's going on.
Who do you think's gonna win it though? And
Like I don't even know what the main event match is, or who's even in the Rumble if they did a drawing or anything. I'm sorry, I don't know anything going in.
well, you're not gonna pick anyone. You're just not gonna pick anyone that you've seen live on your television. Like, do you think it's gonna be Cena? Do you think it's gonna be CM Punk? Do you think it's gonna be somebody that shows up randomly? Do you think it's gonna be The Rock? Maybe. I mean, like, just throw a name out to the wall. It may stick. You never know who's gonna win it this time. I
I would
don't.
honestly like, are Cena and The Rock going to be in it?
Cena's gonna be in it. Yes, Cena is gonna be in it.
Wow, I'm surprised he's still wrestling.
Yeah. Well, this is
It's like
his final
why risk
year.
injuring yourself, man? You made it.
This is his final year. He's done. After this, it's over. This is his farewell tour.
I don't is oh what's his name? Is Roman Reigns going to be in it, or is he in like a main event match?
He's in the Rumble. you're like
Who's the champion right now?
Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Cody Rhodes is in a ladder match against Kevin Owens.
I don't know who their rivals are, but I guess I'll go with Roman Reigns. I guess.
Okay, all right. Roman Reigns is his pick. I don't know. My pick. I would love to see CM Punk win it, but it's probably going to be Cena or The Rock, or somebody else that we don't know yet. You never know. Anything's possible. Surprises can happen. And we'll watch what happens tomorrow night on Peacock. So, yeah, Nakattack's been watching wrestling. I've been watching wrestling, of course. Yeah, so life has been crazy a little bit. We've been listening to music. Tomorrow, guys, if you guys are live on TikTok at New Music Inferno, I will be there listening to 3 albums that I chose. Maybe even 6 albums tomorrow to repay you guys for last week's no show from me attending the AVNs last week. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But so Nakattack, let's get delving into the movie that you chose, which was Bullet Train. I know it's been a couple weeks since we planned this one out. Just life in general getting in the way of sleep and all that. But man, oh man, this movie was fantastic. I think. What are your thoughts on this Bullet Train?
It's fun. I'm a little familiar with the novel. I got halfway through it, but I had to return to the library, so I never got to finish it. And the movie's pretty close as far as the novel goes. The only like major difference is the prince in the novel is a guy and not the girl.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, the tone and everything is spot on. I think maybe the movie's a little bit more goofy than the book, but there's definitely a comedic tone in the novel.
Yeah, I mean, I never read the novel, but I'll tell you what, this movie had a lot of action, a lot of comedic, but not like heavy comedic stuff, like a comedy, but it was funny stuff. I mean, yeah, like with the twins and with the the prince was just an evil maniacal bitch, basically. And just the way the whole story went down, and how everyone was intertwined with each other some way or the other, and how Carl was the main reason Brad Pitt's character was on the train, and then the way we found out who Carl was in the end, I didn't know who it was until they showed him. What do you think about that cameo?
I kind of wish they didn't just like have these AAA celebrities be the cameo, because it kind of takes me out of it. I mean, even though Brad Pitt's starring,
yeah,
but I thought he was pretty good. Like I didn't really feel like I was watching Brad Pitt per se.
Mm-hmm.
So he was pretty good in the role. But when you throw those big time celebrities in, I'm just like, all right, movie.
I mean, you had Bad Rabbit as one of the assassins, which was cool. I mean, he had a short little mini role in the movie, which was interesting, so to say, to learn about how he was intertwined with everybody, and it was a fun little ride. It was definitely like, okay, what's gonna happen? How they're gonna die? Is he really dead? or is he gonna come back, or what's happening? Like some of the things, like you're like, oh shit, he did the thing that he wasn't supposed to do, and he was shot,
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to spoil the movie, in my things that I'm saying, but you know what I'm talking about.
yeah. I will say that I just remember there is one big difference that the novel has. It goes into a much more backstory with the guy whose son is in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like in the novel, he and the prince have had several interactions that kind of led up to his son's hospitalization, and you kind of get why this guy's so antagonistic to this person, and so there was like a bit of a history that was set up that wasn't in the movie.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, that's what I was kind of like. I was missing. I'm like, how did this girl get involved with with the kids? The kid and the guy and everything else, and then
Yeah, the movie takes a little long to tie her into everything else, whereas the novel, that storyline's still kind of separate, but it's a bit more interesting
mm-hmm.
because there was more going on between those two characters in particular. So that's like one of the faults I have with the movie is just she's just kind of like on the sidelines till the very end.
Mm-hmm. That's
I will
that's
say it was a decent twist when we reveal who she actually is, but it
yeah.
just kind of took a little while to get there.
It was one of those things where it's like, oh, wow, um, they're related. Like, holy shit. Like, I didn't expect that. I didn't really expect those two to be intertwined in the storyline. I was like, okay, who the fuck is this girl? Is it's like I don't know. Like, I didn't get it until we found out who she was near the end of the movie. Um, but but yeah, I mean, I loved how she stood out or tried to stood up against him, and he still didn't care about her because she wasn't supposed to live the life of him. You know, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone who hasn't seen Bullet Train, I'm sorry, I'm being vague with my shit because it's still kind of a new movie. It's been out for 2 years, but still almost three. But you need to go see it. It's definitely one of those things. If you like action, if you like John Wick-esque storylines, because everybody's intertwined with everybody in the John Wick universe. This is kind of like their own universe intertwined with Hitman. It's kind of like what would you kind of think of this movie? Like, what would it be two other movies? I mean, honestly, John Wick comes to mind, but like, is it like, would it be like Rat Race, or would it be Pelham? The Pelham movie would kind of reminds me like, or any subway movie, because this all happens on a train. It doesn't go anywhere else except for the cities for a little bit, but that's like towards the end, and the stops of the cities that they get off for like five less than 5 minutes of the movie. But yeah, I think as a whole, this whole movie reminds me of John Wick, but like on a train. And if you like John Wick, and if you like Train to Busan, which is on a train, then you might like Bullet Train. I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead, Nakattack. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it definitely feels like it could take place in the same world as John Wick.
All right. Anything else you want to say about the movie?
Um, I really like Brad Pitt's performance. I thought every scene with him was hilarious. Although I will say the way he and the wolf, the way that ends is done better in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I won't spoil it, but I'll just say it ends it ends the same way, but the way it happens in the novel is a bit funnier, and it plays more to how Ladybug's character functions.
Okay. Yeah, Ladybug. It was a unique name for sure for Brad Pitt's character, Ladybug. I'm like, huh, interesting. Like, I get it that he's like found a new kind of like he's like kind of how John Wick was out of the game and then he got pulled back in and kind of like how he did. He wanted to calm down. He wanted to find other methods of taking somebody out instead of um, being a fighter. He wanted to kind of be like a mediator kind of thing. Like okay, like or kind of take him down, but not take him down with a lot of force, kind of thing. But I found the movie that we're gonna watch next. I think I found the next movie that we're gonna watch for the next episode because I was like I'm like okay let me check out Tubi to see if I can find something and I found a classic that I think you've seen before and I've seen it before because I think it's a good movie I think in my opinion. Uh, but yeah, I mean, Bullet Train overall. I mean, honestly, this is a short episode because honestly, I thought I would have a lot more to talk about. Uh, but honestly, this movie is out now. It's been out for 3 years. You guys need to go see it. Bullet Train, I think is a good movie. That maybe if it was on again, like if it was on again on TV or on like cable, I'd watch it again, just because it's action packed. It's doesn't really have a dull moment. It does have a Channing Tatum cameo, which I thought Channing Tatum was like the killer or something like as like he was like okay, I'm just gonna be hidden on this bus, but also be a killer. But it would have been funny. It would have been like, oh my god, what a plot twist, you know. But yeah. Anything else you want to say before we make our final call? I mean, no, it's a short episode. Shit, 17 minutes. Anyone else out there have any thoughts on this movie? I mean, let us know. I guess.
I mean, I watched. I finished a couple
Oh, yeah.
movies that
Yeah.
we hadn't discussed. That I can go into a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
I saw Gladiator 2.
You did. You watched Gladiator 2. I want to mention this right now. I've never seen the first Gladiator. I've never watched the first one. That's why I was like, okay, Nakattack, that's cool. I haven't watched the first one. Like, literally.
Well, I didn't even know I wanted to watch it till I turned on Paramount Plus and it was just there on the home screen. I was like, oh, Gladiator 2, I'll watch that.
how was it? How were your thoughts on that?
It's okay. Denzel Washington's in it, which I didn't know, and he's very good. Mm-hmm. It's as far as it's like a Roman gladiator, like Hercules type movie. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It's perfectly fine. About it's 20 minutes too long. About 4 out of the 5 plot lines get resolved at the end of the second act, and then you're like, oh, movie's still going on, and you're like just like okay, it's like this should have ended 20 minutes ago. But I mean the action's pretty good. There's a pretty neat decapitation. Ridley Scott can sometimes do some cool flourishes with violence sometimes when he wants to. So the Gladiator 1's definitely the better film, but I mean this one's all right.
Okay.
If you like the first one, it's worth seeing. I wouldn't own it, but it's definitely worth watching.
All right. And what else? What else? He said you had a couple movies. I want to hear more.
Oh, and actually, before we started the show here, I finally finished Alien Romulus. It took me like 4 months to finish that movie, but
4 months.
That's another one that's like it's 20 minutes too long. Most of the storylines wrap up at the end of the second act. I guess this is just modern storytelling now. And then it goes on, and I'm just like, just end already, movie. And I really love the first half of Romulus, but once it gets to the second half and it just starts throwing,
does that move
the previous
Alien
films,
versus Predator down way more down the list of shittier movies?
What's that?
Does that move Alien versus Predator down and down in the list of shittier movies?
What do you mean? You're wording that kind of weird. What do you mean?
Okay, so out of the Alien movies, does it move Alien versus Predator down one more notch because it's another movie in the Alien versus Predator universe or Alien universe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really consider Alien vs Predator canon in either Alien or Predator franchise, but
Okay.
I mean, they're still the worst. But if you want me to rank Romulus with the other Alien movies, it's probably like right in the middle.
Okay.
Like I'd say it's the movie that separates the good ones and the bad ones.
All
So
right. Interesting. Interesting. You've been gaming a little bit as well, more. You've been playing Super Mario Wonder, right? How's that going?
it's hasn't been going, but I'm hoping this weekend.
You beat
I
Ori.
just
Okay,
beat
so you beat Ori and the Will O Wisp. Yes, you did.
no in the Blind Forest. I
Oh,
don't have the second one
oh,
yet.
you beat the Blind Forest one, the first one. That's awesome. All right,
Yeah, and according to my stats, I died like 520 times. So
hey, it's getting there up there with age. Like you have to try, keep on trying. Like, oh my god, I'm pressing the button. Why isn't it fucking doing it? Oh, it now does this now. Oh, you're supposed to do this. Like, some of the games is like, oh god. I've been doing all right with my gaming. I'm 4-0 in my one football league with University of Texas San Antonio. Nakattack, on the note of football, your Eagles have made it to the Super Bowl. I hear you're watching the Super Bowl thanks to Tubi. Am I not mistaken? Is that what you're going to be doing next Sunday? Going to be watching the game with the
yeah,
kiddos?
uh, yeah.
Are the Eagles going to
I
win?
don't really care. I mean, it's kind of boring that Kansas City's in it. I was kind of hoping for a Bills
Yeah,
Eagles
yeah,
game,
I
but
was too. I was really hoping for that as well, but unfortunately that did not happen.
they're
Yeah,
like the Chiefs are becoming like the new Patriots, and I'm just
yeah,
getting sick and tired of seeing them everywhere.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Um, it happens though. We get those teams that keep on getting better, or just staying better than the other ones, or getting lucky on some calls and some crazy stuff. But hopefully the Eagles do pull it out next Sunday. That would be fantastic for everyone in the Philadelphia and Pennsylvania area that are Eagles fans. Um, yeah, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Anything else, Snack Attack? Anything else you want to talk about?
um, I'm starting to rewatch the original Full Metal Alchemist anime,
Ooh, nice.
and holy shit, it still holds up. It is fantastic.
Nice, good to hear. I have not watched any of that, but that's good that it.
Yeah, actually, I saw a set of it on Blu-ray on eBay for pretty cheap, and I got it.
Oh, nice.
I was kind of disappointed. It was like a bootleg. It didn't look like it when I bought it, but I mean, the discs still work okay, and the quality is like up there with Blu-ray levels. So
Damn
somebody
bootleggers.
ripped it. I'd rather support the original artist and everything, but I got it now. So what you know.
Yeah, I mean it's not your fault that it was it was on eBay and it was a bootleg
But now it
version.
makes sense why it was so cheap, because I think that original series is out of print now because there's like something weird with the rights. Like you can't watch it on streaming, so if you don't own the disc, you're not gonna be able to
Oh
watch it.
wow, that sucks. Fucking licensing of shit. Like, come on now. Like, stop taking licenses away of stuff that's been out. That like it takes forever to become public domain. It's like Steamboat Willie's like now uh, public domain. That's why there's a horror film coming out. Um, and soon enough, Terrifier 3 should be able to be watched by both of us. And then also, I don't know, Knack Attack, if you saw the news that Terrifier 4 will be the last one in the series, and it will give us Art's origin story.
Oh, that's cool. No, I didn't see that. I'm avoiding like all news about anything till I see
Okay.
3.
Alright. Sorry. Sorry, I ruined it.
No, you didn't ruin anything. I mean, you didn't give me any plot details or anything. I just try to not do that till I actually get to see something.
Yeah.
So,
True. But let's wrap it up here. Let's get our final rating for Bullet Train. Knack Attack, do you want to go first?
phew, I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
it's fun. It was worth watching. If it's on TV again, I'll sit and watch it till the end of the commercial or till the commercial break. But it's not something I'd own. Um, it's just a fun little action movie. There you go. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. 3.5 out of 5. Definitely something I wouldn't own. Something I would watch. Maybe to the second commercial break. But yeah, definitely Brad Pitt did a great job. The ending was great. Uh, yeah, yeah, definitely fun stuff. So my movie for our next episode, which will probably be in 2 weeks, we'll definitely have to do in 2 weeks, I think. Unless I think that's Valentine's Day maybe. So maybe the following week we'll figure it out. But you guys can check the socials. It's gonna be a PG-13 movie from 1991. It is on Tubi. It's starring Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Demi Moore, John Candy, Valerie Bromfield, and Taylor Negron. What movie is it? Do you know, Nakattack?
Probably seen it.
You have.
Who's the cast again?
Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Demi Moore, John Candy, Valerie Bromfield, and Taylor Negron.
I'm trying to think of a Chevy Chase movie with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
Directed by Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, okay. I forget what the title of this is, but I know it's about some weird movie where Chevy Chase and Demi Moore go into this town, and then you just get to see a whole bunch of weird Dan Aykroyd shit.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next movie is Nothing But Trouble. It's available on Tubi to watch. I think it's going to be a great movie to watch because it's, I don't know, it's cool. Real quick, Nakattack, anything else before we go? I know it's a quick episode. Thought we could talk longer, but I guess not. It's okay. We're kind of like, I want to get back to sleep. Nakattack wants to go to bed kind of attitude's going on right now.
Yeah, I had a
long
a
day
really like, hard day at work. Just
yeah, a long day at work.
Like,
that I don't
stressful,
even
but just like a ton of work that had to get done.
Yeah, shipping department no longer exists. Come on now, like that's crazy, man. But yeah, so go follow Nakattack on Blue Sky, also on the Twitter, but he really doesn't use Twitter much anymore. He uses Blue Sky. You can follow me on the socials. You know where to find me, guys. It's not that hard. Yeah, but Nothing But Trouble. Let's see, maybe 2-3 weeks here from now we'll be back. Stay tuned to the socials. Nakattack and I will talk about it. Because honestly, I think he has plans for Valentine's Day. I'm not sure. Yeah, life gets in the way, guys, but we're back. The lounge with the new logo. I don't know if Nakattack likes the new logo. Did you see the new logo, Nakattack? You're on the Twitch, aren't you?
I am. It's hard because like a game keeps coming up.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay.
That's weird. Sorry, it's like it switched over. I can't see it right now, but it switched over to like something else for whatever reason.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna rate out. If you guys let us know about the new logo, I think it's pretty cool. I just did it last second here.
Oh, now I see it.
Is that cool? Is that cool?
I like the font. I think the border is just a little too big. You gotta like shrink it so you just see the letters a little more.
Okay, we'll work on that. We'll get it fixed. But we're gonna rate out to our boy Dirty Casual. He just went live. Yeah. So guys, stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. We love y'all, and thank you for the continued support on all the socials. But we're gonna go raid Dirty. We love y'all. Much love. Good night. Peace out. Bye-bye.